Hi, my name is Lauren, and today I'll introduce my technical projects, which is the comparison between technical writing of a nurse practitioner and a college coach. So I interview two people. One of them is a nurse practitioner. Her name is TT, and the other one is a college mentor, um, also college coach. Her name is Karen. So I interview those two people, and then I compare the similarities and the differences between those two. So I conduct two interviews. It takes about 30 to 40 minutes each. So for TT, I interview her um, on my phone, and then for Karen, I did a person interview at PSU campus. So TT is a nurse practitioner, and she's been in the field for about 5 years now, or 4 years, and and she's her jobs in the office is to um, exam patients and writing report, writing chart and stuff, like doing all the information, all the data and stuff. And what I learned from her is that for her field, for her job, it has to be super quick because she doesn't have much time for each patient. She only have 30 minutes between each, and while she's exam patients, she have to enter data and doing report right after. She doesn't have any time after. So before she's seeing a patient, she would review their history, their information, their profile, and then during her exam with the patient, she would write everything she could down. And for her, the number one rule is have to be super short. It's like specific with the medical terms and stuff, but it's have to be short because, for example, the next time patients will come to the office, to the hospital, um, she might not be the one that doing an examination on them. There might be like her coworker. There might be a different doctor that they have to read super quickly, but also know what's going on with the patient. So it has to be specific, accurate, and super short. So she used most of her report on medical terms. On the other hand, with Karen, she's she's working with mostly student, so she's helping student with school and with their scholarship or whatever they need to do with like financial aid and stuff. So she have a lot of time to do her report. So her job as a college mentor is talking to student, help them doing, it's like an advisor for them. And then right after that, she will make like a report on them, like the profiles, to like have their names, what have they done, what they need help with, and like everything about them. It's a report about them. But the thing about Karen is she have about like, I think, 180 students that she taken care of, which is a lot of students. And for her, the number one rule is have to be, every profile have to be accurate, because all the information from student is very important, like their social security, their personal information, their house address, their phone number, like everything is have to match with every student. So I mean, sometimes maybe she like could messed up a few items because she can never like keep up with it, but she tries to keep up to be like as accurate as possible, so that all of her profile it's up to date and accurate in detail. For her, it's have to be detailed, like as while she's doing her report or profile for her students, the more details it gets, she the better she's it helps her to identify the student quickly identify like what's the student need based on her detailed paragraph. Like, so for every meet up with student, she would write a paragraph about it to like discuss what was going on that day, like what the student needs help with and everything like that. So something that I learned from my two interviewees is that every career field is different. Like for Karen, she could take her time because there's no deadline or anything. She could just take her time to do the report, like like she could be slow or fast, it doesn't matter, but because there's no deadline. But for TT, it has to be like a very fast pace, and because it's a medical field, you have to be super accurate because you don't want to mess up a patient or something. So what I learned from them is that medical field, you have to be very careful and very, I would say, precise, because they want it to be short but detailed. So it's kind of difficult. But then for Karen, the way that she do all of her documents is that it's super long and detailed. Okay, so for TT it's short and detailed, but for Karen it's long and detailed. So that's some of the things that I learned from them. And another thing that I learned from this project is that, well, before I didn't know that technical writing is that important, because I just thought that, oh, any writing is the same. But then for technical writing, every career field have you always writing at a job. Like every career you have to write something, some document, but you always have to write something. So after I took this class, I realized that technical writing is very important for every single career field. Like it doesn't matter what career you're in, like teacher, doctors, or whatever, you always have to do documents and stuff. So I really appreciate the project, that because after this I realized that, oh, it's very important that I didn't know before, but now I know, so I can prepare for my career later on when I graduate. So that's what I have for today. Thank you.